Well, hello, hello, hello. It's Coach Rati of Creative Calling Coaching. And today we're going to dig into the power of rituals. But first, I want to bring your attention to the description of the video, which includes a link. And I'm going to talk more about what that link's about later, but you might want to bookmark this video in case you can't hang out for the whole thing. All right. Or you might want to just check out the link and bookmark that because it has to do with the program that's going to be coming up. Anyway, let me outline what we're going to talk about today. You may recall on Tuesday we talked about procrastination and how it is misunderstood, how there's actually a couple of positive kinds of procrastination, and how procrastination is sometimes the antidote to not having planned in transitions. Well, today we're going to talk about ways to keep transitions from becoming procrastination through the use of rituals. So, I may have mentioned this before. I'm learning the ukulele. I decided that I want in my lifetime, this time around, to learn to play an instrument and not give up. And the ukulele is a very accessible, easy instrument. The thing is, I've never enjoyed practicing, the commitment of practicing. In order to do that, I had to find a ritual, a cue that made it inevitable that I would begin my practice. First of all, I made the practice commitment itself very manageable, under promising, over delivering. I practice 7 minutes a day. It's usually more, but I just tell myself 7 minutes a day. All right. And I know that I'm going to practice as soon as I unzip the ukulele case. Just unzipping that ukulele case allows me to see the instrument, which beckons me. Now, believe it or not, other people's deadlines, for many of us, is a type of ritual. Rituals are a reflection of our values. Rituals can be spiritual, and spirituality is a value. We respect other people's deadlines because, well, I'll speak for myself. One of my values is integrity, doing what I say I'll do, showing up. And if I meet someone's deadline for me, I have done that, okay? Now, we don't always have real strong integrity or a strong sense of value around showing up for ourselves, hence the need for some kind of ritual. I had a wonderful creativity coach. Actually, I think he's one of the premier creativity coaches in the world. He and Julia Cameron, they come from totally opposite ends of the spectrum. He's an atheist and she's a 12-step program, higher power person. Anyway, he used to talk about creative rituals. If an artist had a hard time stepping into the studio and confronting the canvas, he suggested that they break an egg into a bowl. Very similar to opening the case to the ukulele. Breaking the egg, it's kinesthetic. It's in the bowl. You don't want to just waste the egg. You better do what it's there for. Enter the studio and practice. And if you start to get distracted, whatever, he suggested you go and you stir the egg. Okay? I suppose you'd end up eating a lot of omelets that way. But if it works, I say do it. Twyla Tharp, another creative genius, has a ritual that gets her to the gym every day. She has her sneakers right by her bed. And no sooner than she wakes up, but she turns and pivots and puts on her sneakers. Once her sneakers are on, her arrival at the gym becomes inevitable. So I'd be curious to know what rituals you have going on in your life. Maybe this is making you aware of the fact that there are things that you do that ready you to take your first actions of the day. If not, and you do struggle with procrastination or transition time that becomes procrastination, I highly recommend identifying and implementing some kind of ritual. So, in summation, we want to honor and initiate our next right actions just the way we honor the deadlines that we set with other people who provide accountability. So, a ritual is that which allows you to honor your next right action. And I would love, if you felt like it, to put in the chat what some of those rituals might be for you. Okay, so now I'm going to get back to that link. Company is stronger than will. All right. I lived in an ashram back in the early 80s. And that's where I learned that nobody ever does anything alone. Company is stronger than will. So my ritual, whenever there's anything important that I need to accomplish, is to establish a team around it. To that end, I'm establishing a team for creative entrepreneurs called the Passion to Profit Project. And it launches on June 18th. It's going to be a space where you can come, identify the projects that are meaningful to you, make some choices, assert that you're going to start one or two of them, and then together we're going to construct a 3-month action plan so that you actually launch something that has been very dear to your heart for a long time, but you never either managed to get going with or you never managed to complete. And you are going to have the structure of the group and the company of other like-minded people to pull you along and accomplish that. So I invite you to come along and play. All you have to do is click that link and apply. And you and I will have a conversation and we'll see if this program is a good fit for you. All right, so please go ahead and do that because it starts on June 18th. The meetings will be on Fridays virtually, on Fridays at 12 noon, right in the middle of life for everybody all over the world, 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, Fridays, the first 3 Fridays of the month. All right, then, I hope you enjoyed this little discussion on rituals. I look forward to seeing you on Tuesday. Thanks for watching.